Melinda's. Welcome to the show, Quarantine Classics, episode 6.
Yeah, it's Saturday night. This is our show while we're all quarantined at home, and we don't have a ton of VHS tapes at home, but we're trying to get through the ones we do have, and also ones that people send us. And I wanted to start off with one that a viewer sent in. Mina sent in a video, and I don't even want to tell you why. I just want to play this video. It's a full capture from a VHS tape. It's called Y2K Explosion. And I think we'll all get why she sent it in a minute.
So how's that new job of yours coming along?
Actually, it's going great. I love it. It's something so different.
Yeah, it's always, I like doing that.
Come in, it's open.
Sorry we're late.
Hi, let me thank you, Kevin.
Very much.
Hi, everybody.
Traffic's a nightmare out there.
Hey.
Favorite shot.
I think the whole city's out tonight, welcoming in the new year.
Hey, everyone. It's the New Year holiday show.
Having a good time?
Actually, I am. How about you?
Oh, yeah, I'm having a great time.
Good.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Good, what's up?
Well, this is it.
Yeah, end of the century and start of a whole new millennium. It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the end of civilization as we know it. Ooh.
Oh, no, you're not going to start talking about that Y2K crash again, are you?
What Y2K crash? What are you talking
Cool
about?
party.
Oh, come on. You know, the computer crash.
No music at
tomorrow
all.
Supposedly is when all the computers are going to turn back to 1900.
This is how the video opens, too.
Supposedly everything, we're not supposed to have power, water. Everything that's affected by a computer is going to be gone.
How have they not heard about
Is
this?
the world gonna come to an end tonight, Grandpa?
I wouldn't worry about it.
I think it's all a lot of hogwash, son.
Hey, everybody, the ball's about to fall. 9, 8,
The ball's about to fall.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Oh, it's Grandpa.
Yeah, look.
Whoa.
Hey, Chuck, you forget to pay your cable bill?
Cable out.
Kim, would you hand me the phone? I'll call Tom and see if his cable is out.
Yeah, here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like, I'm scared shitless right now. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
No dial tone. That's odd. The phone is out.
What's happening? What's going on?
I guess Chuck forgot to pay his electricity bill, too.
Here's a match.
It's a cold open.
Like the Sega.
I feel like we have this one.
Yeah.
I recognize that font.
Well, you'll see somebody else you recognize in a minute.
Ah, John Anderson. Yes.
Former satanic
Dramatic.
worshiper.
Orwellian. Science fiction or science fact. What could cause this kind of devastation to a nation's infrastructure?
Oh, good to see him again.
Yeah, that's, if you didn't know, that's from the video New Age Miracles, Fact or Fraud. So he's always asking this or that. Science fiction or whatever the other one was.
Yeah. And,
And,
he's Christian, but he's not that. He doesn't like shove it down your throat.
Yeah, I watched this whole video. There really isn't any mention of Christianity, but I think he just liked conspiracies and satanic worship, you know, whatever was in the zeitgeist. He tried to cash in on it. And yeah, so we watched on an EP mode episode for Patreon viewers. We watched his whole first video. And this one wasn't quite as good as the anti-Satanism
He
video.
knows how to start a video, though. Like,
Yes.
that's the New Age Miracles. It starts off with a bang.
Well, I was actually wondering if some of the people in that satanic ritual from New Age Miracles were the same people he cast in the party scene.
I didn't recognize anybody, but I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah. So anyway, that was just a fun way to start off the quarantine episode.
Let's look at some bad photos, huh? You want to do that?
Yeah. And didn't you make a graphic for it?
I made a graphic, and there's a new title for it. We have a new term for it. I'm going to let it all be a surprise.
Okay. A lot of surprises on this episode of Quarantine Classics.
Yeah. Give me a second to find. There we go. And here we go. Okay, here's the graphic.
Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett had never known failure until now.
Show us your Plunketts. Yeah.
It's your Plunketts. That's the name of the. That's the name of the segment. Show us your Plunketts.
Boy.
Wow. There's old thummy Steve Lawrence over there. With his hero.
I look at that photo. I don't know why it makes me laugh so much. It just does. Maybe because you look way older or something. I don't know what it is.
And you weren't trying to look bad there, Steve, right?
No. I never try to look bad. Just for every time you see me looking terrible, I am genuinely trying.
You had a once in a lifetime opportunity to take a photo with your hero, NFL Hall of Famer, or should be Hall of Famer, Jim Plunkett, and you blew it.
I did.
I watched 10 minutes of a Jim Plunkett retrospective from NFL Films. That's where I got all that footage. Oh. And the first thing I went to was Jim Plunkett had never experienced failure like this.
Until now.
Like, nailed it. You nailed it.
Perfect.
There's the line.
10 minutes in.
So just a quick recap. This is our second week doing this, and I think it's important that we
I think it's at least our third.
Third time doing this. Yeah. This will be the third time. So I just want to recap the top seeds so far. I think it's important that we rank.
I didn't realize this was a tournament, but with NCAA canceled, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. We got to make everything a sport now.
Okay.
So here's number 3. Coming in at number 3 is me. I think this is tell me if you want to argue. Number 2 is Red Robin picture of Nick.
Yeah,
I would say that's
up
number
there.
2, and then number 1. I mean, it's how we got its name.
Show us your Plunketts.
Show us your Plunketts. So
I got shut out.
It's a competition to unseat that. Yeah, Drew, you were too good looking of a kid, I think.
By the way, I actually think this is one of the rare times where Joe is being nice. I feel like I deserved at least 2 of the top 3 spots with my terrible photos. But I'm not going to argue, Joe. Joe, your choice.
Yeah.
I'm going to allow it.
I mean, it just drops off so drastically after the Plunkett picture. Just like after that, it's just kind of like.
The
field is a lot shallower.
I'd argue they're wearing like elephant pants in Thailand with a Boston Celtics shirt or whatever it was. No,
it was. No, you got it right. You got it right.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yeah,
okay. Well, I want to hear from the Melindas. What should be the top 3 for next week after we show all these, and include the Melindas too. I just we've seen some Melinda pictures, but I just don't think that they're at a Plunkett level.
Well, I'm going to start off because, and I was mentioning this earlier. Like the Melindas, we don't really know what they look like from day to day. For the most part.
Yeah, exactly.
So they could just be horrendously ugly people, and the photos are just accurately representing them. So it's difficult for us to judge. But since I'm going to show the Melindas, the viewers at the end, I'll start off with some of my pictures. Okay. First of all, I showed one photo in the first Show Us Your Plunketts. That was the only known photo I have from Joe and I when in the early days, like we didn't take a lot of photos of each other back then. So this was from your going away party, but it's a different angle. But it's
the one where you look like John Candy?
Yeah, but it's a different angle, but from the same party, and I might even look more like John Candy in this one. So there's the profile that wasn't doing me any favor.
Yeah, you know what I think? Like look at the your birthday hat.
Yeah,
the strap goes right in the second chin. Do you see that?
Yeah, so it really bisects.
I think that might be the third chin, by the way, where it's going to.
Yeah,
you count them going up or you count them going down?
That's a great question.
I see 4 right now.
I go up to down.
I don't know. I mean, your Plunkett photo had a few. So which one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can start here with my actual chin, and then you go down to second, third.
Your actual chin would be 1, right? And then
well, hopefully
that's how I count it. Yeah.
Okay.
And Nick, I think you have 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.5. Yeah.
I think that top one by your chin is just a half a one.
Right.
Now, is it offset by Joe looking like a handsome young man in that photo?
I look cute as hell.
It doesn't help.
We have a legendary friend, Brian Armstrong, who's on the right there, who moved away between 7th and 8th grade. But we have so many stories. Like he was our school's Bart Simpson, and we have so many stories. He was an editor of the Daily Chimp, that first issue of our humor newspaper we showed on our Patreon. Well. He took his duty. I don't think he wrote anything. Yeah.
A 6th grade editor.
Burning the midnight oil.
Run with it.
All right, that was number one. This one, what do I want to show next? Oh, I think I'll show this one next. This is my first trip to New York City. Before that, I went on a business trip. My dad took me to Quebec City, the ancient walled city, very European in Quebec. And here I am wearing a Ronnie Cycli T-shirt and a Syracuse Orangeman hat and bright pink shorts in a very European cosmopolitan French-Canadian city.
You're subtle. You're
Yep.
understated.
Yeah.
You don't stick out. And you don't look American at all.
No, good. I think I blended right in with the. And another thing I remember about that trip is my dad and I going to a Burger King. Pretty adventurous. We also went to a water slide park on this trip in Quebec.
I was wearing gloves.
We got lost and had to ask directions to the water park and from people who didn't speak English. But I do remember that we went to Burger King and we saw 4 punk teenagers, like, piercings and mohawks, they didn't order anything at Burger King, but they're drinking the little creamers. They're drinking the creamers.
I just love the things that you remember.
And that was me, and blending right in. And also, this is kind of a twofer because the guy in back of me, it's also a terrible photo of him, I'm guessing.
Well, did you see that he's wearing gloves that George just pointed out? I'm like, this could be a quarantine.
Time travel.
Yeah.
It's a sign he was warning you, Nick.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to go talk to that guy in the Ronnie Cycli shirt.
He deserves to be warned.
This Syracuse fan in the pink shorts needs some advice. I need to warn him. And then you
could probably get $200 for that shirt now.
I know. Oh yeah, if that
At a
was for
vintage
sale
store.
at Williamsburg. All right, where's the last one? Oh yeah, this is me on my way to leadership camp. I want to remind you that I'm going to learn how to become a young leader here. So that's me and Jenny Chandler and Shannon Olson going on our way to student council camp.
I mean, you kind of look like a simple man. I
was. I
still are, Nick. You still are.
I performed stand-up comedy for the first time at that leadership camp and did impressions. So that was the other thing.
I remember that. You did your John Wayne. You
Yep.
did you do Elmer Fudd?
Yep. Elmer Fudd, Hulk Hogan, Alf. I did an Alf impression.
You do them now?
I sure can, but not for free. That's going to cost you. All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay, go.
Or you can go next. No, you go.
Okay, I'll go. No, you go.
No, it's called Show Us Your Plunketts, Steve, by all means.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm stepping in, Joe.
I goes to the runner.
You're number one seed right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
By the way, I got some good ones, but watching Nick's photos, I just wish I had access to the photo albums. They're in Los Angeles right now of my youth, because boy, if you think I'm front runner right now, if I had access to those, you wouldn't believe. All right, so I'm just going to run through. These are good, not great. I promise more in the future. Here's the first one. I woke up in the morning with a rash, and I said to myself, I had to send a photo to my wife. But if you just notice, this is just me asking my wife about the huge rash on the right side of my face.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't very happy about that. So that was that. That's just a forerunner.
Oh wait, so you took that to send to Liz?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And because I was like, is this something serious? Should I not go to work? Am I going to sprint it to people?
Yeah.
Here's this one is courtesy of my niece, Emily.
Mm-hmm.
I was staying with my sister, and she came in, grabbed my phone, started taking photos of me while I was sleeping. So.
Oh, nice.
It's charming.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Like the greasy hair,
the second chin. You can see the second chin in there too.
Oh, that's gonna be tough.
The second chin. Can I point something out? The second chin is actually defying gravity right now. Normally,
oh yeah.
You see, it's off to the side, like it's breaking a law of physics right there.
Yeah. Well, if you pack enough fat behind it, it's gonna stay in the place. That's what I've learned, at least.
Oh yeah.
Everyone, I'm sure, has their own method of keeping their second or third chins. Yeah. Yep. And then the last one, and this I chose in the theme of Plunkett. Here it is. A good friend of mine works for the 49ers, was able to get me down on the field, wanted to snap a shot so I could remember this great moment of being down on the field. And I wanted to look cool during it, and I think you guys can agree I nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not doing a dumb face?
No, genuine. Once again, I swear on everything.
It looks like Looks like you got punched in the jaw, like by an
Yeah,
invisible
so
man.
I think I was like, I don't know what I was doing, to be honest. But I might have been talking as I was about to take it or whatever I was doing. Huge mistake.
And plus, your friend is like a good-looking dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Eyes, and then you're right.
Yeah, it looks like you got a mouthful of sunflower seeds.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
And also the newsboy hat too, like
doesn't help me. And I should have tucked the hair up. Probably should have gotten a haircut before this whole thing. Like, there's a lot of issues.
Mullety stuff coming out. Yeah,
no, there's a lot of issues.
Good batch, and I like that they're all fairly recent too.
Yeah, well, because of once again that I'm only able to get what people have sent to me over the years.
Right.
But don't worry, there's plenty more people. There's plenty more.
I think you still have number one locked down so far from what we've seen.
Okay.
George, why don't you go next?
Sure.
I'm going to go last because I'm going to do
So I'm running out of pictures, not because they don't exist, but because they are in Pennsylvania. So here is a picture of myself with a beard. You'd asked me if I had a beard.
Yes.
That is, how do I explain this? First of all, that's Anderson Duff, your attorney.
Whoa!
I didn't even recognize
Wow.
This is 2015. This is December 6th of 2015. We were working on a music video, and we had just painted. My pants are covered with paint because I had just painted a spaceship. I hadn't had time to shave for 2 weeks. I'm shaving him over a trash can between scenes. I think I don't know. I don't think this is good for either of us. But he looks sort of angelic. But I feel
he looks good.
No, I like everything that's happening here. I like the background too. It's
the fact that you can see, you can see the outlet. It's always great for any.
Outlets are always key. Yeah.
And those are sort of. I never use like a close shaver, so I have like a. I don't know. It's the sort of thing that comes with attachments.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing
I appreciate, George.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you're showing photos of you, even though you don't have many, because, it would be a terrible person that would choose to use this thing to show photos of someone else.
I agree.
What else you got, George?
You got to show that you can dish it out and take it.
Here's me with a goatee, so that's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's, and then
the hair. It's like you have that Prince haircut, like a
Page boy.
Prince and a Page boy.
I was as long as I could keep that going. I tried to throughout from about 93 to about 2005. That was happening.
It's good, Joey Lawrence. It's pretty Joey Lawrence.
That's what I was going for. And then finally, this is my junior high ID.
Oh, I like that one.
You look nothing like the person in the last photo.
No.
At all.
Good.
It looks like a bar mitzvah photo or something. Is your signature the same? Is that why you blurred it out?
I don't know. I think it is pretty similar.
Someday somebody's going to look up your student number and then track it down to this, and then they're going to find you.
Some other creeps out there. Exactly.
Well, I hope so. I don't know. I don't know. Again, there are many terrible photos. In fact, I'm going to get to the point maybe next week or the week after where I'm going to be describing photos that exist.
Sure.
And they're funnier.
Like the old days.
Yeah.
Like radio.
Very terrible photos by candlelight. Yeah.
Right.
All right. I got some photos of me, and then I found some other ones of Steve and Nick too. George, again, I don't have any of you.
Oh, surprise!
How about that?
Well, I'm dishing it out and I'm taking it. So
good.
Just so you
I'm
know.
glad to hear that. I'm glad at least you're taking it.
Yeah.
All right. So I did a sleep study, and here's the thing with my pictures. I'm always trying to look dumb in them. I'm always trying to make them look bad. So I have very few where I'm actually trying to look good and not looking
That's
good.
why I had to go back to middle school era too, because in high school I tried to make them dumb too. So
yeah, but you saw me in middle school. I was a fucking hunk back then. You see that?
Rough.
Yeah. I was stylish. I wore OP shirts. Anyway, so this is me at my sleep.
Yeah, I don't like where the belt is bisecting your breast there. I think there's
it's really smashing down my right breast.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Which is actually a good thing, though. It's better than the alternative.
Yeah.
All right, and then next up, okay, so this one was I'm going to start at the bottom because just my whole just dumpy outfit.
Yeah. Oh, saggy pants.
Got off an airplane, saggy pants, and then just like it just kind of disheveled and just, I don't know. I don't like the look. I don't like the lack of beard. You can see a second chin in there. But it was at LaGuardia, and Plunkett inspired me to play this one because
I took this photo. So
you took this photo. Yeah, Manute Bol was there, and I don't normally go up to celebrities and ask if I can get a photo, but Manute Bol I will, because I had his poster in my bedroom growing up. If I had a poster of you in my bedroom growing up, I will ask you for a photo. Like that's
a good rule. I think that's a good rule.
But Manute Bol, he wasn't that pleased to see me. He he didn't exactly want to take a.
He was on the same cross country flight with us, so probably not excited about it. But he can't hide in plain sight, you know.
No, but I remember telling him, like, I had a poster of you up on my wall, and would it be okay? Like, and it was like right there. It was so cool, and it was life-size poster of you. And he's like, you want to get a picture? And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, make it fast. And it's probably like 1 a.m. there, after a 6-hour flight, and he does not fit on an airplane, so he wasn't really into it. All right, this next one I think is of Steve. So now Steve doesn't look terrible there, but this is we were on a tour.
I know this photo.
Yeah, and Steve looks good, and I look good. You can't see any chins. Maybe you can see a chin on Steve.
Yeah, you definitely can see a chin.
But the reason I'm showing this one is because I slipped a hot dog into Steve's pocket here.
While the photo is being taken from the rollers that are.
Yeah, those little roller hot dogs. I pulled one off, and that's kind of my bit. We go into a place, and then you're wearing a winter jacket, and I'll put hot dogs into your pockets while we're walking around. And Steve hadn't been gotten yet. Nick always knows to like keep his hands in his pocket.
And if you have a hoodie, tuck it into your shirt, because otherwise it'll be in your hood.
Yep. So, and then Steve, you never gave me the satisfaction of knowing that you found the hot dog later.
Still in there.
I know you too well, Joe. I know you too well.
Be playing right into his hand.
Yeah. Then this last one here is of Nick, and I was trying to get Nick to take off his shirt during the show. I found a photo of Nick with his shirt off, and it's not bad at all. I don't know what you're so ashamed of. Take a look.
That's why you'd be.
Look at that. Fucking ripped. Fucking ripped. Here, let me just push in a little bit.
Look at the patches of hair that grow on my ribs.
What's the photo from? What was the instance where?
I think it was a Chop and Steel promo thing or something. We were shooting a Chop and Steel thing. But look are you flexing there, Nick?
No, but
that's a legit camera. Whatever was doing it, it must have been.
Yeah, it was for a documentary thing. Yeah. Like, look it. You're not flexing there at all.
No, and I didn't consent to this. So, yeah.
But why would what are you ashamed of?
See, you do look good, buddy.
There's patches of hair that grow on my ribs. That's why it looks like a six-pack. That's actually hair. See, that's hair right there. That grows out like a branching tree.
But that's an easy fix.
Yeah, I don't want to get to the point where I'm shaving my chest, though.
Okay. All right. So now I wanted to play. So Melinda sent me one, Nick, that I didn't send to you.
Oh, yeah.
This guy Dave Hawkins in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He always hooks us up with videos whenever we do shows there. And he sent a photo and he sent a video of himself. And the video just really made me laugh. And it's because he went to a Japanese restaurant and he must have acquired an allergy to shellfish and his lip.
Oh God, I like where this is going.
But he didn't make the video necessarily to be funny.
Right.
He did it like as a potential, I don't know, a lawsuit thing.
Yeah.
If something happened, he was just covering his bases.
Right.
Just got back. And
even better.
Yeah, exactly. So here's Dave Hawkins. His lip doesn't normally look like this.
Okay, it's June 7th, about, let's say, 4:15. Pretty good angles. 20 past 4. Just got back from Jakula Sushi Place. And as you can see, my lip is swollen. Like, a lot. I feel fine. Other than that, I just took 2 Benadryl. I'm hoping that'll help with the swelling. And I rinsed my mouth out with mouthwash. But this is just in case. I need this for evidence or anything. Yeah, that's the best I can do is this is like, as you can see, there's no prosthesis.
There's no prosthesis
in there.
He's gonna win $1 million from that.
Gums aren't swollen. My
from being allergic to shellfish.
throat isn't swollen. Nothing else.
There too.
Gums aren't swollen. My throat isn't swollen. Nothing else is going on. It's just my bottom lip and a little bit of my top lip over here. I had the Icelandic volcano, so I'm never having that again. But yeah, it does look like I'm starting to swell up in other places, but I think it's just this cartoonish lip thing. Anyway, that's all I need, I think, for evidence.
That's all I'm doing. Wow.
Oh,
that's
man.
Good.
Oh,
that's
my
good.
favorite part is when he would do, like, he'd stop talking and then he'd start a new sentence and he'd go,
yeah, I think he's just kind of fascinated by his own lip. I think that's why he's doing it more than anything.
I don't want that to happen to me.
I mean, as long as it doesn't
I don't want
close
that
up
to
your
happen to
throat
anybody.
and you die, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't want the death part, but, you know, be funny. All right, so, Nick, you got other Melindas?
Yeah, but did he also send you one of you? Or was he...
No,
he
of himself.
Just sent you that video. Okay, all right, here we go. This is Zach sent me one. That's Zach wearing a Pink Floyd Division Bell shirt. I think I had that shirt too. It's a good one from Zach.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Here's some of these, like, again, it's hard to tell. This is Steve. This might be the earliest ones from 1976. That's Steve. Not terrible.
No,
it
just
good.
looks the short kid.
I like that. I would wear that shirt today, actually. I like that one. So, guys, you got to get better with the unflattering. At least two chins on this one.
Yeah. Or patchy hair.
Yeah, this is Chanel. I mean, beyond being kind of a tubby baby, not bad. I think you got to be middle school era.
Now, babies are tough too because they're always like kind of. They can have second chins and it's fine.
Right, exactly.
What does she have on her head?
It's like a fat dog, you know. It's cute. I don't know actually. It's a good question.
Diaper.
I'm wondering if that's what it is. If she has underwear on her head.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's why it's embarrassing.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. Next up is now this is Sam from I think Seattle. This is taken at Scarecrow Video. Just hideous. Just Sam, come on. Like, are you joking? This is an attractive, like, normal photo. She said this is a terribly unflattering selfie, but come on. I mean,
oh yeah, no,
that could be a Tinder picture. I mean, that's come on. We got to up the game here, people.
We need Plunketts. Just send us Plunketts.
Guys, I'm giving you my best
okay.
over here. Come on.
All right. This is Ricky, which I would agree is not a very flattering photo of Ricky.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah,
that's good. I like that one. Seems to be damp.
Yeah. Or sweaty. Yeah.
Sweaty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a lot sent in. Actually.
That's more Plunketty.
This is Matt from England. Kind of. Not a flattering angle there for Matt. I don't.
No, that's not a good one. You know what? My favorite part of those photos are the yellow timestamps.
Yes.
In the corner.
Yeah.
That's just like
that adds to the whole thing. And this is Kyle. Pretty good. I almost thought this was intentional, but I think Kyle's being legit here.
I think he got caught in a bad. Angle. Yeah.
Bad
like
pose. So I like that one. Nothing's unseating the Plunkett yet.
Nothing
this one might be up there. This is Emily. I just love everything about this photo. She's very proud of her gingerbread house.
And that sweatshirt is size is too big.
Yeah, I know. So that one's great. I think that there might be a few more here. Emily, this is Danielle. Yep, Danielle.
Okay.
Pretty unflattering.
Yeah, I think she said that was a burrito, a Taco Bell burrito.
Yes, it was a burrito that she put the whole burrito in her mouth.
Yeah.
And I like some of the details in the back there too. Things plugged in again.
I like phone with the giant buttons.
The what?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that one of those phones that used to have the giant?
Oh yes, yeah,
the
large print edition phones.
I like the denim with the black collar. That's cool.
Just a few more. We're gonna end strong here. This is Ian. Kind of one lazy eye there.
Sure. Yeah.
Pretty good one from Ian. And then there's two from Adam, who I believe runs the Melinda-verse. And this one is him with Detlef Schrempf, which I just love that description.
I like all the.
He's no Ronnie Cycli, but yeah, he's good.
He's got a Tool Time shirt and then like zebra pants, like almost carnival pants, and then there's Schrempf who's just sitting down.
That's what Steve was wearing in Thailand, actually.
The same.
Different day, different photos, yeah.
Yeah.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Plunketts. And then Adam sent a more recent one, and I think this is a shirt that people who've watched our Welcome to Our Homes will recognize. Trim Patrol. You see it?
I'm not seeing it.
I can't see it either, but that was part of my Melindaverse update.
You're not seeing Trim Patrol?
No, but I want to.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, 2 chins too. Oh,
Yeah.
Good on him.
It's taken at the Red Robin angle, and
yeah, he's got it all. Red Robin.
I do want to thank though the members of the Trim Patrol who are keeping us safe out there. They're essential workers, and
during these times,
Adam, you're doing your part there to patrol for trim. So thanks a lot for that.
Yeah, you know, I sent out all the sweatshirts, and
that was Joe's sweatshirt, and he was just giving them away. So yeah.
Yeah, and I gave them all to new homes, and I'm glad that people are actually wearing them because they were sitting in the closet forever.
You're paying it forward.
Yeah.
All right, and let's show us your Plunketts for this week. A good batch. Keep them coming, everybody. That address is info@foundfootagefest.com, and keep the Plunketts coming. We love them.
Let's watch it one more time.
Okay, yeah, let's watch that intro. It's an outro, too.
Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett had never known failure until now.
That's how we do it here at Show Us Your Plunketts.
All right, so I have a segment that we decided it'd be fun to show our nieces and nephews. Joe and I both have nieces and nephews. Mine are in their teens or preteens. Oh, there's Liz.
There is Liz. Hey, Liz.
And she looks thrilled to be on camera.
He was not happy about it. Yep.
And then Joe, how old are yours? Yours are young.
Mine are 4 and 6.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know what I was thinking today? We're all uncles. We're just a team of uncles here.
Oh, yeah.
Childless middle-aged men. That's what we are.
That's right. We should rename the show.
Uncle Show.
So I thought I'd start off by showing my niece and nephew some videos that are aimed at them and that are pertinent to what their interests are, just to get their reaction. And like most teenagers, they were thrilled. It's Allie and Jacob. Hi, guys.
Hi.
How's quarantine going for you?
Crazy. I'm stuck with him. How do you think it's going?
Jacob, why is your hair out of control, but Allie's looks just fine?
It's a jungle. He's been doing nothing but watching TV since he got up. True.
But I just mean the lengthwise. Has it been so long since you got a haircut?
Yeah, pretty long. Months.
Do you know somebody sent me a haircut that connects to your vacuum, or a clipper that connects to your vacuum, and it sucks up your hair.
Yeah, I've seen those things.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try it this weekend, and I'll have to show you the results afterwards.
Oh no. I mean, I already kind of did that to him. That's like an 8. Oh yeah.
Guys, I picked out some VHS tapes to watch today that I thought you would like, and some has to do with being a teenager. Because, Allie, how old are you now? Your birthday just happened.
Yeah, I'm 14.
14. Jacob, you're not a teenager yet.
I'm a tween. Almost.
You know what tween means? I didn't even know that was still a thing.
Preteen.
Have you run out of things to do around the house?
No, it's video games.
Oh, video games. Before video games, one thing you could do was do magic tricks and crafts. And this is Sherry Lewis's 101 Things for Kids to Do.
Oh, no.
Yes. Do you guys know what VHS tapes are?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you have any at your house?
No. We used to have CDs. That's a thing in the past. Now you can just download them.
That's true. Well, okay, here's 101 things. Take notes, guys, okay?
Okay.
Oop, hang on, here we go.
101 things for kids to do that are
fun. It
fun.
Starts with a
Magic
rap.
tricks. They're really slick. Just say them once. You'll do them quick. Easy puppets you can make in a minute, and this video cassette has lots more in it. Games, jokes, and dopey dares, and if you don't like them all, who cares with 101 things to do?
You guys can dance if you want.
I just know there's a bunch for you.
Pretty much.
101, that's a lot. Let me tell you what this is not. This is not a TV show. What you've got is a home video. So if you see a stunt that leaves you grinning, run it again from the beginning. But don't just view it. Do it. You are really fully in control.
It's still going,
Your
guys.
tape. Let her roll till you come to a puppet or a game or a riddle or a favorite trick. Then quick, push the button, stop the tape, and rewind till you find the beginning of the thing that you like best. Then view it and do it.
Still not
Fast forward till you near
thing
the
number
spot.
one yet.
Find
Still
the one
rapping.
that you like a lot. Then view it and do it. You can do everything that you're going to see if you do as I do right along with me. I promise by the time we're done,
she's
you'll
rapping
be doing
again,
lots
guys.
of things that are fun.
Sherry's gonna show us 100
I thought she was
But
done.
don't just
Okay.
do them. Do them. You start with a rubber ball that's lost its bounce, and you have somebody cut a slit in it for you, and then you draw eyes.
It's pretty basic.
And a nose, and you got a great puppet.
Weird looking.
How you feeling?
Hungry. Yum 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 yum.
He looks familiar, doesn't he? Ooh. I'm going to draw 2 eyes.
Don't seem impressed
And
with these
one
tricks
huge mouth, a huge, silly mouth. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. And it's a mini mask.
So far. What do you think about that tip?
Like that? There's a trick to it. I mean, of course, this is what you're doing. But the trick is that you keep these fingers in front of that bending finger so nobody can see it bend. And with your thumb, you're pushing the
doing
tip
it?
forward so the tip doesn't just collapse out of sight, like this. Whoop. Whoop. You know, you can use your
Look
TV
at it,
set as a
Porter.
game
It's your
board.
dog.
Before the show, make a list of the things you think you might see on the show. Here's my list. It includes a wrecked car, garage mechanic, flagpole, pig, rocking chair, clothes on a clothesline, an injured person, and a baby. And then as you watch the
What
show, you
show is
cross
she
off
watching?
each thing as it appears on the screen. This is a real good game to play indoors on a rainy day because you play with socks balled up with a rubber band around them so the balls aren't going to break anything. I call it sock ball. And I think that the big shoes should get fewer points, and the little shoes, oh, look at that, the little shoes, less points. Listen, make up your own rules. It's sock ball.
What do you think about sock ball?
You just saw 101
Allie, you're not allowed to
things
leave.
for kids to do that are fun, magic tricks that were really slick.
All right, guys.
Only 2 things to do.
Well, that was like 4 out of 101. I watched the whole tape yesterday, so I spared you guys a lot of
Oh,
that.
poor Nick. Poor Nick.
What do you think?
willingly subjects himself to this.
What do you
Oh,
think?
no.
Is this impressive or not?
No.
Whoop, whoop. So. All right, Allie, you got a, what did you get? An iPad that helps you draw cartoons, right?
Yeah.
And Allie, I know you're very into cartooning and animation, and I found a video about how to cartoon, and I think you're going to find it hilarious, okay?
We're
It's
so excited.
How to Draw Blitz Cartoons.
Oh boy.
Take these tips to heart. Again, you guys can dance to the song if you want.
We're good.
Hi, and welcome to How to Draw Blitz Cartoons. I'm Bruce Blitz, and together, you and I are going to explore the fantastic, fun world of drawing cartoons.
I think he's in his own.
A cartoon, by definition, is a funny drawing.
His face is glitching
expressing
out.
a
It looks
funny
like
idea.
Slenderman.
I know, it's
show you
a
what I
really
mean.
bad quality tape.
We have here a funny drawing, and it could stand by itself, but if we add just one more element to this
I
drawing,
mean,
we can
that's a
make it
funny enough
expressing
drawing to
funny
stand
idea.
on its own, right?
Let's
But
do
watch
it.
this.
Put some eyes here. Mouth. I think you're ahead of me.
What's it going to be,
You
do you
might
think?
already know what I have in mind. Tongue.
Really weird looking squid.
Oh God.
Good guess.
That a piranha?
I think it's supposed to be a shark.
Keyword supposed to be.
Yeah.
Now, it could even stand by itself now, but let's add one more thing to it.
Oh no.
Caption.
You guys aren't laughing. It's supposed to be a funny cartoon.
Throw some quick color into it. Some red for the tongue. And there you have it.
Here's some of his other cartoons. Again, guys, feel free to dance to the songs.
It sounds like a baby playing on a piano.
Like a cat fell on a keyboard.
Yeah.
All right, Allie.
Or like a hedgehog
Do you think you can recreate that shark drawing on your tablet?
I don't think I'd want to.
That's how you cartoon.
She can do a manga shark.
He's a professional. His name's Bruce Blitz. Come on, look at this. How to draw Blitz cartoons. I'm trying to educate you guys.
Crank it up!
All right, here's something that has nothing to do with education, but that I think Jacob will like. Can you read this?
Yeah. That's good.
That's good. Fantastic hockey fights. So you know how, have you ever gotten in a hockey fight? Because I know you play hockey, Jacob.
Almost. I almost
Really?
have. I almost beat up this one kid.
Why? What happened?
I don't really want to talk about it because it swears.
Oh, well, okay. Keep that in mind because I have a video about swearing I'm going to play next.
Ooh,
Here's a video called Fantastic Hockey Fights.
A great sport. It combines speed and skill.
Yeah.
But what people really come to see are the fights.
That's true.
Now let's take a look at the brutal aspect of hockey. It's time for Fantastic Hockey Fights. Hockey players will fight at the drop of a hat, or a stick, or a puck. Hockey players are known for their short tempers. Let's face it, they're just hot-headed.
That's true.
The slamming
Oh, we
and
do have
punching
the
is
ice to
always
cool us down.
rewarded with time in the penalty box. But to the hockey player, it's just part of the job.
I like the music for this one, too.
Yeah. Just like Qlassics 80s music with someone getting beat out of their mind.
Yeah, it doesn't match what's happening at all.
Seems to be a common theme throughout here.
Yeah.
That was just a montage. That was just a montage of guys really beating each other up on the ice. Okay, that's it. That's a little bit of hockey fights. I like how the narrator was just kind of cheery and like, hockey's a fun sport, but it's also a lot of fun to beat people up. And then there's just people like...
Aw, Marty's woken up. Hi, Marty.
Oh, he's licking his roof of his mouth. All right. Last video, because you mentioned swearing. I know you guys are both of the age where you might be learning swear words.
That was before.
And I know you probably haven't heard any yet. I hope you never have to hear any. But in case you do, I think this video called Circle Swearing, which is a Christian video that teaches you not to swear. I think this will dissuade you from ever starting because there's some important lessons here.
My coaches swear sometimes, so.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
They just yell curse words when the refs aren't. They're pretty trash. Yeah.
This will teach you guys to stand up to bullies that teach you how to swear, okay?
No.
I think that the lessons are as relevant today as they were in 1983.
Oh my God, I just noticed all of these things are like an hour long.
No, this one's only 2 minutes, I think. He's brushing a horse's teeth.
Did you hear what Fletch said? Boy, that guy sure sounds tough, huh? It was nothing. I'll teach you a few words that'll make Fletcher sound like a flower girl. Gee, thanks, Jer. Hey, Jerry, what are you teaching him? Daniel wants me to teach him how to swear. Swear? Jerry, I never knew you swore. Sure, all the guys do it. At least anybody who's anybody. I think I sound pretty tough, too. Yeah, me too.
Well, I don't swear, and it sounds to me that you two just don't have the guts to stand up for yourselves.
What's gotten into them?
Don't worry, Dirk will straighten them
This
out.
is shot in Canada.
Hi, fellas.
Hi, Dirk. Guess what? I've started swearing.
Swearing, eh? How about you, Daniel? Are you swearing too?
Not yet, but Jerry's gonna teach me.
Just tell an adult like that.
All the guys swear at school all the time. That's why
Like,
I
oh, I'm swearing.
It sounds so tough. Yeah.
You go
So
tell
you
this
think
to your
by
older
having
neighbor.
A dirty mouth makes you tough, eh?
Well, yeah, I do. Me too.
Okay, fellas, sit right over there. I'm going to tell you what I think about swearing.
Yeah.
Swearing.
Now, there's nothing tough about swearing. It's easy to flap your jaw and talk like you live in a locker room just because everybody else does. But it takes real courage to keep your mouth clean and stand alone. Now that's tough.
These people need to learn how to
I
act.
think if you've got a dirty mouth, you have a dirty heart too.
Kids, I've got something to say. And I don't blame you if you don't believe me. I thought it was good talking and swearing and all that. But I'm really sorry, man. I was wrong.
Jerry, we forgive you. If God were
Canadians
if God
always
will forgive you, who are
apologizing,
we to
right,
hold
saying
anything
sorry.
against you?
It's good to have you back, Jerry. And talking from your heart, those words are impressive.
Let's sing, everybody. Together we can make this
God.
world a better place by loving one another.
Danny Jane, Jerry, Lonnie, Daniel, Nadine, Martin, Lisa, Ian, David, Allie, Jacob.
No, Nick, the part about the locker room part is true.
That they're swearing in a locker room?
Oh yeah, you don't want to be in a hockey locker room. One, it smells bad. Two, people only have their underwear on. And three, there's a lot of swearing.
Yeah, I had
Especially if you lose.
I had to be in locker rooms in school, and I didn't like it much. So I've spent most of my adult life avoiding them. Mainly because I don't want to be influenced by people who swear. Well, okay, so what did you learn? You learned 4 of 101 things to do during quarantine. What else did you learn?
I learned never to say yes when your uncle asks you to watch VHS tapes.
Hey!
True.
I just knew how much you guys respected and admired me and I would say almost revered me. And I thought you'd want to know a little bit more about what I do for a living. What do you think?
I'm good.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming on the show. And I'll see you when this whole thing's over.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Nick.
Isn't it nice to know that, like, when you're dead and gone and you hand over the Found Footage Festival empire, that you have an heir there?
Yeah, it is.
So excited that they just want to, like...
Yeah. I mean, Marty's the next of kin, but after that, it'll go to them. And I feel proud that they'll take on my legacy.
Yeah.
By doing a VHS-based comedy show. That's what their parents always wished.
Yeah.
So we'll see your niece and nephew next week, right?
My niece and nephew, 4 and 6 years old, very different than tweens and teens.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll run the gamut here. So, yeah.
Yeah, I interviewed them this morning, and it was just mostly confusion. So
great. Look forward to it.
All right, what do we got? Oh, Bob sent us some presents.
Yeah, I got a package from Bob Hedges, who's our big patron, and has sent us tons of videos. So I thought I'd open mine now live on. Did he send you guys anything?
Yeah, he sent something here, and he sent something to the office. He gave George a present. Actually, he sent videotapes here. Oh, with his signature. Yeah, here we go. Oh, look at this one. He sent me a photo of this one. How to brain tan a buffalo hide.
Brain tan? Dear God.
Might be the grossest thing you could ever show.
Yeah.
He said more carpentry than you might expect.
Here's a G.G. Allen video, which I'm sure we could never show in any context. But when we were doing the chef news appearances, I described myself as the G.G. Allen of the kitchen. So I think that's why Bob gave us that video.
Oh, here we go. When I'm done with this, I'll let you guys borrow this. Endoscopy? How do you pronounce it? Endoscopy?
Yeah.
Of the colon, rectum, and anus. So it's the trifecta. Yeah, the Holy Trinity there. Yeah, 3 big ones. Here, let me look for some pictures here.
In the meantime, here's a ventriloquism video. Bill DeMar.
Hey, Steve, can you roll Joe's Filth Corner before I show this? Steve, can you show it? Can you roll it?
I wish I had it at my fingertips.
Okay. I'll just show it from afar then. This is
Is that a polyp? Looks like a polyp.
Polyploid. Ooh. Oh, I can't show these. But I want. Oh man, it's color photos. Oh, here.
Christmas came early for
this one. Just from afar. Just
looks like a potato with ears growing out of it, or with eyes growing out of it.
Wow.
Here's a 1997 DJ championship. That looks good. Were you ever a DJ, George?
No. I have brain tanned a buffalo hide though.
Okay, all right. I should have asked you that first.
Wow. Yeah. See, this is something, but this is a box for me. Autopsy. I don't know if it's a movie. To the Eyes of Death's Detective. But then also one Sesame Street Hanukkah video. So you never know. You never know with Bob.
Wow. Okay, these last two really knocked it out of the park. This is how to become the love of his life. Because that's what women need to do, is to figure out how more to mold themselves into what a guy wants. So here's a video about how to do that. Looks like reenactments on the back. Wow.
Here's a good-looking one. Holiday Inn 1987 System Conference, Don Smith presentation. The manager can make a positive difference.
Wow.
That's tedium.
That's
tedium.
1987, too. That's vintage tedium.
Yeah.
All right, this one I'm pretty excited about. This is the last one in the box that I'll show. It's a Greek Alf cartoon. Well, I mean, it's the Alf cartoon, but dubbed in Greek. So that is an awesome cover.
And this last one, this last one, this seems like this is a Nick one too here. Video of designer sweatshirts.
Ooh, whoa.
I wonder if they have a Trim Patrol. Is anybody wearing a Trim Patrol?
Back left.
Back
Okay,
left,
yeah,
yeah. It just says it really small. It's more of a subtle Trim Patrol shirt.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you for the
nice
gift.
haul, as always.
Yeah. So this whole Melindaverse site that somebody started on Facebook has really taken off. It started with like 3 members, and I guess there's a ton of people on there now. Well, by a ton, maybe 100. But
hey, we'll take it.
But there's a lot of conversation that goes on. I'm not a member, I don't think, but we're having George and Steve monitor this for us, right, to see if there's any standout conversation going on.
Yeah, so I'm always checking in on the Melindas and Melindaverse. I thought it was interesting that you showed the photo of the Trim Patrol, and it was Adam without his beard, because I got the photo of Adam in his Trim Patrol shirt with beard.
Oh, whoa, he shaved.
So
wow,
for that second photo,
maybe that's something with the Trim Patrols that you have to be clean.
You have to trim.
It's like the New York Yankees.
You have to trim your beard.
These are great questions.
Wait, was that a mustache on his door?
I noticed that too. And I like that
There's a lot
detail.
happening.
I like that detail.
I had my eyes on the babe on a sweatshirt. I didn't see anything else.
Yeah,
I'm always looking for facial hair on doors. So.
Ooh, wow.
If anyone does watch the sweatshirt making video, if you could make a Trim Patrol but then replace these wolves with Alfs, I think that would be a good one for Nick to wear.
I'd wear that one. I would wear that one.
Yeah.
Even if it's on your whole desktop, by the way. I see a Chris Pine thing on your desktop.
Oh, that's everything.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Would you
I don't
wear
think
the
there's
Elf
anything
Trim
exciting.
Nick, would you wear the Elf Trim Patrol shirt if it had elves but also said Trim Patrol on it?
I mean, I don't have a job to go into, so sure, yeah, why not?
Would you wear it home over Christmas?
No. Asked and answered. Anything else?
Is trim a thing that people know? Like, is it a term that everybody knows?
It was like a
I don't know,
late
but
80s, early 90s thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with it. I don't know if everybody
You are familiar with it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm too, but barely. I think just
because
how do you barely? You either know or you don't know. You're like, I got a slim idea of what they're talking about.
I don't know anybody who uses the term. No. I've never heard anybody.
No, we just made the cutoff on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Millennials or this year to this year. Yeah.
That's what I meant by barely know it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Steve, what else is happening in that?
So this one is a personal favorite. This one grew up because I want to watch this. I've always been a huge fan of. Sorry, am I doing this right now? I'm not. Been a huge fan of Anna Benoit. And are you guys seeing that right now?
Oh yeah, the Russian video.
Yeah, and so they figured it out, and then it's on YouTube. So I'm gonna watch, and then I found out they have English subtitles, so you can figure out what is going on.
That's interesting.
There was an entire conversation about that, and I'm like, that's the kind of stuff that I want to belong to the Melindaverse for. Now all of a sudden, I am now going to be able to watch Anna Benoit. So that was fun.
Good.
Reese was the one who figured that out,
and I'm assuming you're pronouncing it perfectly. Anna Benoit.
That's just how the Russians say it. And I did find out that it was an homage to The Wizard of Oz, sort of. It had those elements in it, but also Baba Yaga is in it, and it translates into the violet ball, which you see in the movie. I think that's one other thing that we found out about.
Yeah, well, they called it the blue something in the. I just closed it now, so I can't pull it back.
The lilac ball. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's probably yeah.
Okay.
There is a nice thing, which I know we normally wait, but I don't want to make sure you guys don't miss it. This one responded to me because I thought Nick would really appreciate it. So it was a broken restroom stall, and someone wrote spoke out of order wrong, and then made sure to draw stink lines coming out of the circle.
Out of order.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing your whole desktop again, by the way. It's fine.
I don't know how to work it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
You can just, that way you can show everything now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just closed out of it.
Okay.
All right, so then the next one is, I thought this was great. It's in reference to the thumb photo that you guys, like the Plunkett photo.
Yeah.
You guys claimed I looked like a thumb, probably appropriately so.
Accurately.
And then, why Zeus never shaved.
Steve isn't alone. I like how people know everything that's happening on this show and like reference it.
Yeah.
But that's Steve before and after.
Yeah.
It could be.
You don't have your
I may
beard.
shave. I'm sitting here in quarantine going, I may shave. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I thought that Plunkett photo would scare you away.
It kind of did. But there's a lot of reasons.
Straight.
It won't be good. I won't dispute that. And then going, excuse me, sorry, I have a cough now. Going along with the last one, along those same lines from I believe it was last week's, is Donald Sutherland and Nick.
Accurate.
Both, yeah.
Very
I
accurate.
did see this one, yeah. From what was it, Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
Yeah. Very accurate.
I guess he ruined photos too for the family.
I want to do a meme of Nick in there because it looks like you could have a gun in your hand too.
That'd be cool.
And I was thinking, put a gun in the hand, and then the meme would say, "Hand over the Cookie Crisp, and nobody gets hurt," or something like that.
Yeah.
Were you eating Cookie Crisp at that age?
No, that was a triple chin. I mean, those didn't come from nowhere. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Is that all we got in the Melindaverse?
That's it for the Melindaverse. There's obviously a lot of wonderful things. I'm just picking and choosing, but encourage everyone to join and check in.
Hey, last week I posed the hypothetical question to Nick. Would he rather say orgasmic and use it like casually in a sentence as an adjective, not in a sexual way, with his mom 12 times in 1 year? He could do it all 12 in 1 month or in one sitting, or he could space it out, do one each month throughout the year, and just say like, that this, whatever, that ice cream was orgasmic, or the dessert was absolutely orgasmic. He'd have to use it like that. Or
I love that even Nick is getting uncomfortable just at the discussion of it.
Look at the body language. Or the other one is 12 times to his dad, he calls his dad daddy. And again, he can do this in 1 month, or he can space it out throughout the year. Now, we're not going to get an answer today, but I am going to show you.
I was prepared to answer.
No. Let's save it for next week. I'm going to show 2 examples of Nick using both in sentences. And then you'll be able to get a better sense, and then we'll come back next week with the answer. Let's just milk this for all we can.
Okay.
All right, so here's Nick on the phone with his mom using the word orgasmic.
Hey, Mom. How are you? Nothing. Joe and I were just at a restaurant, and I got the Impossible Burger. Have you tried? It's orgasmic. You need to try one of these. It just kind of melts in your mouth. And it reminds me actually of the Chicago diner I had, like a peanut butter split sundae that they make with this Chicago dairy ice cream. It's orgasmic, I swear to God. Like it's like better than real ice cream. But I mean, that's to say nothing of their coconut soup, which is also orgasmic. But, all right, gotta go. Love you. Bye, Mom.
So that's orgasmic.
Not actually on the phone, by the way, but I think I did that for your birthday or something.
And now we have Daddy. Now we'll see.
I think the setup was I didn't say I said I would not actually do this, but I would pretend. You'd say, "Well, just show me how it would go," and that's what it
was. Yeah. And you indulged me, and I appreciated that. So here's Nick using the term "daddy."
Hey, Daddy. Yeah. Yeah, no, I saw it. I think it's a good decision. I mean, he's got an offensive mind, and I think if Rodgers likes him, I think. What's that, Daddy? Yeah, no, I mean, the defense is still a piece of work, but you know. All right, Daddy, I gotta go. All right, love you too. Bye.
So that was three. That was three daddies that he knocked out right there in one.
And that was just talking about Matt Flynn getting hired by the Green Bay Packers. I mean,
Matt LaFleur. Yeah,
Matt LaFleur, not Matt Flynn. Yeah, that was just that conversation. So imagine how many I could get in on the recent NFL draft. I mean, that's a lot I can work in there. So,
so just having seen both those, Steve and George, what do you guys think? Do you lean one way or the other? Do you think he would rather?
I think he's going to go daddy.
You think he's going to go daddy?
I think he's going to go orgasmic.
Wow.
What's your reasoning? I'd like to.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, there's something just much more disturbing about Nick calling his dad daddy to me. I don't know. It's just personal. I was wincing more in that.
See, I think the orgasmic has a direct link to sex, and Nick will not approach sex with his mom in any sort of as far as their way. Daddy, you could always say. I mean, it is. What
I grew up as a little rich kid, maybe.
If you called your dad daddy, would he stop you and say, "Wait, why are you calling me daddy right now?"
Absolutely. I don't even call him dad.
You call him dad? What are you talking about?
Not really. I'm just like, hey, what's going on? I'm like,
hey.
I don't really use his name.
A term of endearment.
Yeah.
What if you were referred to your mom? You're like, "What's daddy up to?" Would she?
Yeah, she would say something.
She would. Okay.
I'm sure they'll answer in the comments tonight. And actually, I think the first time you posed this hypothetical, I said, yeah, you know my parents watched the show. And my mom said, yeah, we were watching. So, and now, not only that, but my niece and nephew have been watching all this too. So I was trying to keep this a family-friendly show for everybody, but those plans went out the window as soon as your hypotheticals came up. So
they're not bad words. And plus, everything that I'm talking about, nature.
It's that's true. Yep.
Exactly. And your niece and nephew need to learn about.
You know when you've seen daddies in nature? Like,
yeah, that's true. Just running out in the fields, free-range daddies.
Oh, look, there's some daddies running around.
Hey, I want to show one more video. So on our SLP, we put up a bunch of stuff. We uploaded a bunch of videos that our buddy Rick from Milwaukee had put together. In 2012, he found his parents' stash of VHS, edited together the commercials. Didn't just throw them together. He put it was like meticulously like planned out. And then he also did one just for the People's Court, where he took the promos. And I just want to show just a quick. This is.
Oh, there's more. Okay.
Well, there's just one from the People's Court that I just pulled that I think is really.
And in the case of the three-way pileup, son hits a motorcycle and dad plays Perry Mason.
Mr. Post wasn't wearing a helmet on a hot summer day. He had a T-shirt on, Levi's, and tennis shoes.
Your Honor, you don't usually wear a helmet on your leg.
Next on the People's Court.
The People's Court this afternoon.
The people. Hear one more time him saying, "Your Honor."
These are all Dan Clow's drawings right here.
Wear a helmet on your leg.
Next on.
Your Honor, you don't usually wear a helmet on your leg.
Next on the people.
On Levi's and tennis shoes.
Your Honor, you don't usually wear a helmet on your leg.
Next on the People's Court.
They pulled that line. That was the line they pulled to like entice people to watch.
They're all talking with clenched mouths too. Like if these were like Coen Brothers movie characters, I'd be like too far, you know. But they're real people. Oh my God.
So yeah, tune into SLP for that.
Yeah, the SLP Club is like our version of Netflix, where you can just watch everything. We're uploading new stuff every week. One thing I'm going to upload on Monday is the entire Moose Lodge recruiting video. Moose, unbelievably cool. And another thing you can do is if you're a Patreon member and you donate at the $10 level, you can watch that 5 times in a row with John Glazer. We watched for 2 of them anyway.
Yeah, it's 8 minutes long, and it's just at first viewing. The first time you watch it, you'll be like, "Oh, whatever." It's an instructional video. But then you start the second time, and you're like, "Oh, wait, there's something to this." And then you watch the third time, and you're like, "Oh, this might be the greatest video ever."
And by the way,
the 5th time, you're like, "I'm about done."
Yeah. By the way, we've had more comments than anything we've ever done on our Patreon than this Moose video. We've just had so many comments about it because I think people. Well, it's the first time that you can really see us, like how we watch videos at home with each other, which is just watch them over and over again and develop a running commentary as you watch it more. So it felt the most naturalistic EP mode that we've done. Let me just play it. I just thought of just playing that. If you haven't seen Moose, we played it a little bit before. Here's a little bit of the opening minute.
I'm telling you guys, working 2 jobs is really getting to me. I mean, lately there's just not enough time to do everything.
Tell me about it.
You're a happy bachelor, Louis. I mean, I've got a wife and 2 kids.
Bachelor, yes. Happy, I'm not so sure about.
Yeah, but Ed, your kids are still toddlers. Wait till they become teenagers. The parents curse.
Oh, you guys really sound grim. Eric, things can't be that bad.
That's open to debate. You know, come to think of it, James, you never seem down. What's your secret?
He has no secret. James has a big, fat Swiss bank account. Keeps him happy.
Right? Guys.
I never really quite thought about that way, Louis, but maybe I do have a secret. But it's not in Switzerland. It's about 4 miles from here.
What's 4 miles from here? I mean, besides more traffic.
My Moose
My
Lodge.
therapist.
As I'm sitting listening to you guys,
I like this
realize
gritty
just how
black and
lucky
white
I am.
over the
I mean,
shoulder
I used to have a
handheld.
lot of the same issues that you're raising right now, but not anymore.
Okay, we've got 15 minutes. Tell us why.
Okay, you guys sound like I used to. Take Ed, for instance.
You take him.
Let's
Oh, seriously. He's working 2 jobs just to try to make
Ratzenberger
ends
wants
meet,
to become a
which
member.
doesn't give him any time.
For me. I mean, for
For
doing
me.
the stuff I used to enjoy. I mean, now I'm so busy, I've almost forgotten how to be who I used to be.
I hear you.
I'm a shell of a man.
Looking for a little social activity, like I enjoy at the Moose. Yep, I can see Ed here. For today's busy
Hanging out with
men,
old people.
Moose
I mean,
dressing
I-
like old people.
More friends,
I just want to watch. I
fellowship.
just want to watch it all now, but I'm gonna have to cut it up there.
No. Put it back on. The triple Pepsi drink was about to happen.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Put on the triple Pepsi drink.
I mean, I wanted to put the triple Pepsi drink behind the paywall, but no. Sure, give away the milk for free. Sure, give away the
More of
Pepsi
that
for
front
free.
porch
There it
talk.
is.
Here's the triple Pepsi
A
sip.
family that sips Pepsi together stays together. So, but all those things we noticed at more and more viewings, we noticed more and more stuff, and more people have tried. Somebody found the Facebook page for the Moose Lodge where this was shot. I just recently found out that my grandpa joined the Moose Lodge just to have his 50th anniversary there.
You've got some moose blood in you now?
I do. I got some moose blood, yeah. So I'm going to retire at Moose Heart Lodge, yeah, with all the seniors, yeah.
Is that where you're going to have your open casket funeral, at the Moose Lodge?
Of course, they're my brothers. I think that's all we've got time for. Oh, by the way, I did mention with my niece and nephew, I'm going to do the Floby this weekend. So on Tuesday's VCR Party Live, I will be revealing my before and after hair and showing the process of that. So we'll see.
Tune in next week for the answer to Orgasmic versus Daddy. We're going to have an answer next week. And yeah, so stay tuned. That's all. That's it. If we tried harder, we could have done better.
And we'll be right back right after that, everybody.
That's all I'm doing. Steve, what do you got?
My nose isn't full of yuck anymore.
He's got it down now. George?
A clear nose? That's just great.
I like the follow-up. Good night, everybody.